The rock-cut temple of Karla.
About 60 kilometers to northwest of Pune city, in Maharashtra, a monumental landmark remains hidden inside a grand cave. This ancient Buddhist monastery, known as Karla Cave, was excavated on the slope of the western flank of a spur, towering above the village of Dahiwali. It is believed to be at least 2 millennia old. The hill slope and the cave, facing southwest, can be seen clearly from Old Mumbai-Pune Road, near Malwali town. The Buddhist monastery consists of a massive chaitya hall and many small caves, excavated around the central chaitya. Small caves used as monks' dwellings are now mostly in ruined condition. The chaitya hall is huge, with length of 38 meters and a width of 14 meters towards front end. The rear end of hall is of well-rounded shape. The height of the hall measures to about 14 meters. 15 stone pillars trifurcate the hall in 3 sections. The central section or nave is about 7.5 meters wide and 2 side aisles are about 3 meters wide each. The pillars have a tall base, an octagonal shaft, and are richly ornamented. On each pillar, the capitals bear figures of 2 kneeling elephants, with 2 human figures riding them, male and female or both females. On the cave roof, wooden arches have been fixed. It is a wonder that these arches have survived the millennia without any damage. Towards the rear end of the hall, the arches are so laid as to form a semi-dome. The main stupa of the monastery is placed under this half-dome. This stupa is again in form of a plain dome, placed on a 2-storied circular drum. A cylinder with an inverted stepped pyramid structure on top is seen above the plain dome. A wooden umbrella, much blackened with age and smoke, stands above everything else. The stupa cylinder is plain, except for some rail decoration towards bottom. There is an outer porch, which is considerably wider. A screen, which we shall call as inner screen, is carved out of stone between the hall and the porch. This screen and side walls are decorated richly with figures of elephants, humans, human couples and other Buddhist motifs. There must have been an outer screen made from wood, as envisaged from mortise holes in the rock on sides. However, now only 2 stout octagonal pillars remain. In front of the outer screen stands another stout pillar, on top which 4 stone lions sit, their behinds connected together. Above the outer and inner screens and right up to the roof, a large semicircular open window is provided for ventilation. The edge of this window, joining the outer face of the cave, is decorated with a huge Buddhist horseshoe motif. ASI have now fitted a wooden frame and a grille over this window. The whole appearance of the facade is very impressive and gives an impression that very many years must have been required for its construction. Some of the murals on inner screen show figures of common votary couples, indicating how common Maharashtrians from this area must have looked 2 millennia before. A picture from cave number 10 at Ajanta, near Aurangabad, can corroborate this. Except for inner screen and side walls of front porch, Buddha figures do not appear anywhere else, clearly proving that the cave temple has been built before 4th century or in the Hinayan period. On the inner screen, sculptured Buddha figures appear to have been added in a later period. Cave dwellings for monks, staying at Karla, were excavated on both sides and well above the central chatir hall. There might have been wooden staircases, but no traces exist now. A few inscriptions are also found in monk dwellings. The dwellings are plain and simple. The excavation of Karla caves probably began a century before beginning of our current era, and looking at the magnitude of work, must have continued for a long time. The location of Karla caves was chosen very carefully, as it was situated at the junction of no less than 3 important trade routes. On these routes, heavy traffic of caravans moved regularly 2 millennia ago. The goods would be mostly for export to Rome. The Roman ladies were very fond of luxury goods, such as fine cotton yarn, ivory artifacts, imported from India. The trade boomed as long as Roman Empire was flourishing. Another noteworthy thing about Karla caves is the large number of inscriptions carved on pillars, inner screen and walls. There are many such inscriptions at Karla. Most of these mention grants by the king and ordinary people to the monastery. Curiously enough, 17 of these inscriptions mention name of a legendary town, Dhenu. From the inscription records, this town was a very wealthy trading center and was governed by a man known as Mitadevanaka, son of Usabhadatta, who himself was the son-in-law of Kshatrapa, Nahapana, an Indo-Scythian king, ruling over Gujarat and Maharashtra in 1st century. This town also had many Greco-Roman residents. A picture from Ajanta again can give us how the town's streets and people might have looked. Another unique aspect about Karla is the presence of a shrine of a Hindu deity known as Ekvira Devi, just outside the front porch of Chatir Hall. The deity is worshipped by the fishing communities from coastal areas of Maharashtra. It is believed that this shrine was established at Karla well before excavation work for Karla caves had begun. There is a belief that the Ekvira Devi is related to a Dravidian deity, Akka, Avayar. In the first month of the Hindu lunar calendar, there is a festival in which a palanquin of the Devi is taken out of the shrine. In the valley, at the foot of Karla caves, another shrine of a male Hindu deity, Kalbhairav, survives to date, in a village called Devghar, and is worshipped even today. It is curious that the initiation of the palanquin procession of Ekvira Devi starts from gathering of pilgrims of Koli fishermen community at Kalbhairav shrine in Devghar village, suggesting an ancient connection between Devghar village and Karla caves, a riddle that remains unsolved even today. For those who are curious about ancient Indian history, Karla Caves visit is rewarding and enjoyable and would take only 4 to 5 hours from Pune, including travel.